Hello y'all, I'm Eilynne. Welcome to my channel. That was a very awkward intro, but I'm gonna roll with it for right now because I feel like it, first of all. Yeah, so I am here today starting a brand new reading vlog for something that I think is going to be super fun that I am participating in with 3 of my best Bookstagram / Booktube besties, Stasia from Reader C, eilynne from In My Reading Era, and Elle from Lively Elle, and I all decided that we wanted to do some more collaborations between the 4 of our channels this year. So to start off that fun idea that we came up with, we are going to be doing a buddy read. Elle chose the book for this quarter, I guess I will say for now, but I think the goal for us is to all pick a book every couple of months. So like Elle's picking the first one, someone else pick the second book, and then so on and so forth. And we're all going to buddy read it and vlog our experiences. I don't think we're talking about the book until after these videos get uploaded, but we are technically buddy reading them, and then we'll all post our videos on the same day, and you can watch all of our reactions and thoughts on the book that we pick. So Elle picked our first book for this quarter, and she picked For Lucy by Jewel E. Ann. Never heard of this book, but I have heard of this author. I do have a couple of books by Jewel on my bookshelf, specifically from the Belle book box, which I'm in love with these covers anyway, but I haven't read anything by the author yet. Those came in like a book box, and I love them, but I haven't gotten to them yet. So I am very excited for this book. I have the cover. If I don't already, I'll have the cover on the screen right here. No idea what this book is about. Absolutely none. But I think that's kind of the fun in doing a vlog like this, because I'm reading something that my friend picked out and she's so excited for it, and she probably knows more about this book than I do, but I'm going to go into it personally without knowing anything, and this vlog will be the opportunity for me to figure out what this book is about, and hopefully I'll love it. I'm pretty sure I will. I've heard only great things about the author and am highly anticipating this one. Elle, eilynne, Stasia, and I all do seem to have very similar tastes when it comes to romance, so I'm trusting Elle on this one. I feel like sometimes with books like this, I don't know how I can say that because I haven't read it yet, it's better to go in without knowing anything. I know that Elle loves emotional books, so I'm guessing that that is what this one is, and if that is the case, then I think it's just better that I don't know anything going into it, minus the fact that I'm trusting her, yeah, and picking out this book, assuming that we're all going to love it. I'll update y'all every 25%. The vlog, or this video, isn't supposed to come out for another month, at least. We planned for March, and it's only mid-February, starting this vlog very early, but I am trying to stay ahead of the game this year in filming, so here I am. I'll probably go ahead and read this book really slowly, just as I have time, since I am pretty early on it. So I'll update y'all when I'm at the first 25%, going to keep my lips sealed and not talk to my friends about this book, and then I can watch the videos when all of our vlogs do come out. So I'll talk to y'all whenever I get to 25% of For Lucy by Jewel E. Ann. Alright my friends, I am here with my first vlog update for Lucy by Jewel E. Ann. I filmed my intro to this vlog a couple days ago actually, and I felt the urge to go ahead and start the book right away versus waiting a little bit longer like I think I mentioned in my intro. But I did binge the first 70 or so pages last night and am officially at 25%. Elle mentioned in our live a couple days ago, because we sprinted for a minute, that this was going to be a sad book, and I haven't cried yet, but like it is very hard to read so far. This is a second, I'm going to keep my description or my synopsis very vague because I think that that is better for this book to go into it without knowing too much, but this is a second chance romance about Emmett and Tatum, who had been married for I think 12 years or so, and something really tragic happened and they ended up getting divorced. Emmett is still completely head over heels in love with Tatum. Tatum is trying to move on, but I don't know exactly yet what happened that led them to this point in their lives, and I'm really nervous. But I think that they've been divorced for somewhere between 3 and 5 years. Yeah, they have a daughter named Lucy, which is why this book is named For Lucy. I don't know what her role is going to be in the book. aside from like the fact that she's their daughter and like the book is named after her. I'm gonna guess that she is involved in a very, very large way, but I don't know what that is gonna be yet. By the time I was done with the very first chapter, my heart was already hurting and we hadn't even gotten to like the really hard stuff yet. So I'm very nervous to keep going, but very excited. This is only a 300-page book, so my plan is to get to 50% today. I have no homework, no plans this afternoon, so I plan to do that. And then hopefully I can finish this book within the next week or so, kind of take my time with it, but like binge big chunks at a time, but kind of like spread those binges out over several days, because I know that this one is going to hurt me and that I'm going to need to take breaks. So I am scared. I'm excited. I think that this book is going to make me cry in the end. I love second chance romances. That is very much a trope that I wasn't reading a ton of up until pretty recently, and I definitely want more, so I'm very glad that Elle picked this book for our little buddy read. I do think that I'm the only one in our friend group who has started it so far, but I am very much looking forward to watching my friends' vlogs and hearing their thoughts on this one, because right now my heart is hurting. So I'm going to keep the synopsis at what I already mentioned. I don't want to spoil too much. I do think that this book is just better to go in without knowing anything, but I think it's gonna hurt. But I love the hurting books, so maybe if I start crying or I think that I'm gonna cry, I'll try to pull out my camera and record me crying, because I did that for my reread of 1,000 Boy Kisses that I did for a reading vlog for Bookmas last year, and I think it's hilarious to like watch me cry on camera. But I know that I finally encouraged other people to pick the book up because of that, and maybe I'll do it again with this one. So that's all that I have for this first update. I'll hopefully hop back in a couple of days with my 50% update, and I'll still be loving the book, and maybe I'll have cried already. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear.
I don't know why I always say that I'm gonna do 25% updates when I only read one book for my reading vlogs, because I just got to 50%. Or I say just, but I got to 50% into For Lucy last night, and I really don't have a ton that I really like want to add. Also, I'm talking in my car right now, obviously, and I feel very awkward, so I'm like always looking around to see if anybody's watching me. But I got to 50% last night. I almost cried. I haven't cried yet, but we're starting to like learn more information about what happened in the past that made Emmett and Tatum get divorced, and the fact that he still loves her so hard and so strong, even though he believes that she was never his to begin with because she has already moved on or whatever. Like, it breaks my heart, and I love that man. I love him. Emmett is amazing, a fabulous main character. I also really like the fact that this story is mostly told, at least currently, it's all told from his POV. We'll see if that shifts at all as we continue with the book, but right now every chapter has been from Emmett's point of view, which is very interesting to me because most romances are either written from the female POV or like one POV, or it goes back and forth between whoever's POVs. So like in this case, I feel like it would normally be written from Tatum's POV or like switching back and forth between them both. But for this one, it's only Emmett and his POV, which I kind of love because I love getting insight into the guy's head always. Yeah, so it's been really good so far. Other than that, I don't have a ton to add. Like I read 60 more pages last night, but I'm trying not to say too much about the synopsis because I feel like this book is definitely better to go into without knowing a ton about it, especially because it's so heavy on grief and loss and love and second chances. As of right now, 100% would recommend this book. Hopefully that is the case by the time we get to the end of it. I am looking for a good cry currently. Like, I've been feeling the need to cry. So I hope that this book ends up making me cry. Because if it doesn't, I'll be very sad. So I will hop back in again when I get to 75%, and then I'll chat some more with y'all. All right, my friends, it is kind of late, but I just got to the 75% mark in For Lucy, and I have my little applesauce pouch with me because I'm apparently 2 years old and enjoy drinking, eating them just as much as my toddlers at work do. But yes, I made it to 75% in For Lucy. Still haven't cried, but things are starting to look up. I am pretty sure that this book does have a happily ever after. Fingers crossed that it does, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be pissed. But I will survive, probably. Again, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but the reconciliation is beginning to happen. Lucy, who is the daughter, is growing a lot, and I think that she is eventually going to talk with her mom about something that is going to change how she views her ex-husband, who is Emmett, and I'm really excited to see that. I'm very nervous to see that. Maybe all of that happening will be where my crying and my pain comes in, but I don't know. I really do want to cry though, so it'd be kind of nice if I got upset, but also like the anticipation of that kind of stuff coming does make me nervous. So I'm hoping to finish this book tomorrow. I have 70 pages left. Yeah, 70 pages left. So I feel like it should be a very quick read. I feel like I should be able to finish everything so easily and hopefully, yeah, not be a complete mess, but maybe cry some because I do feel the itch to cry. If I had to rate this book right now, I would give it 4 stars. It's really good, it's really emotional, but like at the same time, Tatum, who is Emmett's ex-wife, is kind of beginning to frustrate me a little bit. She's so stubborn, which I think is like fine to an extent. I'm sure that I'm stubborn too, but like at this point it's just led to so much miscommunication and unnecessary pain. And I know that some of that comes from the trauma that they have gone through as a couple and as a family, but like at the same time, like they were married, like I thought that their bond was so strong, and she immediately like retreated from him and took all of her anger out on him and hated him for so long. And I'm just kind of like sad about that because Emmett is a great guy and he's proven himself over and over and over again. But Tatum is just so stubborn, and she's dating another guy right now, and she says that she loves him, but I don't believe that. And yeah, so I'm a little bit frustrated with her character. She's just a little bit annoying at this point. I feel like she kind of acts younger than her real age, which I'm gonna guess is like late 30s, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like late 30s because their daughter is 18 and he was 22 when they first met. So yeah, like late 30s, and she's kind of acting like 20s at parts in this book. But regardless, loving it. It's so emotional. It's going so deep into grief and trauma and loss of loved ones, and I'm excited to finish it up. Once I do finish it, hopefully in the next day or so, I'll go ahead and give y'all my final updates and my rating, and we can talk a little bit about Eilynne and Elle and Stasia reading it and my hopeful thoughts for them. And yeah, this vlog will be uploaded at some point in March. So a little bit early on this vlog, but that's okay. I'd rather be ahead than behind. So I'll talk to y'all again when I get to 100% or when I finish the book. I'm going to go drink my applesauce pouch now and keep reading for a little bit longer. Alright y'all, I'm here with my final update along with my little dino man named Gerald for my final update of For Lucy by Jewel E. Ann. It's been a couple of days since I finished the book, but I needed some time to process my final thoughts, and I think I'm there now. I'm giving this book, as of right now, 3.5 stars. Didn't love it, didn't hate it at all. It didn't end up hitting my emotions as much as I thought it was going to. I felt that Tatum just kind of ended up being really childish, and a lot of what happened between her and Emmett didn't need to happen if she was not so stubborn and not such a child at times. I felt like these characters who were probably almost 40 years old, they had an 18-year-old daughter, They had her when Emmett was like 22, I think. So they were close to their 40s. These 40-year-old characters were written like they were still 20s, like mid-20s, early 20s. And I think it wasn't until the end that I kind of realized that, and that really ended up throwing me off. And I think that's why Tatum was the way that she was because she was written as though she was really young when she really shouldn't have been, because she had a whole adult child. Yeah. So I think that's where like my problems ended up coming, as well as the fact that I didn't get emotional at all. I mean, there was like one time when I think I had like tears there, but nothing ended up happening. I didn't end up crying at the end of the book. I did think that it was a very beautiful second chance romance dealing with grief and loss of loved ones and divorce and healing and all those things, and I love those themes in books. I am a sucker for the heartbreaking books, but by the end of this one, I love all those topics that were included, and that's not where my problems lay. That's not where my problems lie. I think the author did a really good job interweaving those themes within the book. And I'll put this part in like a spoiler bar if you really like don't want to hear it, but I don't think it's really a spoiler. But the fact that it took 90 to 92% of the way through the book for the couple to like get that second chance was really frustrating, because Emmett was so steadfast throughout the entire book. He was there, he was in love with her still, he had not moved on from Tatum, who he knew was the love of his life. But Tatum was so stubborn and childish, and she really annoyed me at times. But I loved Lucy, their daughter, and I'm glad that the couple got their second chance after everything that they'd been through, and I wish them all the best. But in the end, by the end of this book, my heart just wasn't super like attached anymore. I was kind of not over it, but just kind of like, cool, you know, like the story's done, we're happy. Everything is not perfect, but there is hope, you know, and yeah, it was fine. So 3.5 stars for this one. I don't think that Ella's super impressed. I believe that she has started the book. Don't think she's loving it yet, but I'll see what her opinion is when her vlog does come out. Don't think that Stasia and Eilynne have read it yet, but hopefully they'll be starting it soon. I don't know. I still have a couple more weeks until this vlog comes out. But 3.5 stars for Lucy by Julie Ann. Not like didn't hate it, didn't love it. It was right in the middle for me. So yeah, that is all that I have for this vlog. There will be another one coming out in the next quarter of the year, so probably June. And I already have the book picked out for that. I am the one choosing it, and I'm so excited. It's sitting on my shelf right there, and I've heard amazing things, so I'm hoping that I love it. It is very much a chunk though. But anyway, that is all that I have for this vlog right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.